Hello everyone, this is Ted with OAXRAY, and today we are going to be scouting on Target.com. And we still have this Target sale going on, so we are going to be hopefully finding something we can make money. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do on Target is activate my 5% off coupon or cash back. That's automatic, that's easy. You definitely need to take the time, download Rakuten, and you get your cash back there. I actually bought something and received like $100 cash back because I make big purchases. So if you're buying $1,000, $2,000 worth of stuff, it can easily be $50, $100 on Rakuten alone. But right here, the first most important thing is you go to your toys deals that actually qualify for this. So if you scroll down, let's see. I want to do only the buy two get one free mix match. Sort by pickup. Okay, that looks good. So all we need to do is scroll down to the bottom, and this is the OAXRAY extension. Whenever I click it, it's going to bring up a page just like this, and it's going to start scanning this page. You see all these listings, so let's see if we can find that. So we have those items right there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to run as many pages as possible. It can take some time to find an item, and so I'm going to go at my normal speed, which is just scroll to the bottom, go to the next page. Maybe I'll do all 46 pages. It'll take a couple minutes, but I have things I can talk about during that time. So one of the important things whenever you're selling online is to, stay with something that you know, because the more surprises will be in items that you do not know. So I'll tell you a time when I went kind of out of my comfort zone. Bought an item. I had no idea about it, and I lost a whole bunch of money. And this is why if you're buying in a category you don't know much about, keep it light, because there's just things you need to learn. This was early. This is back in the day, back when they were figuring out expiration dates and things like that, and figuring out how do you keep track of that. I had these, what were they? They were bottles of suntan lotion or sunscreen or whatever. And I mean, I was getting them so cheap that I was excited. And I mean, it was pennies on the dollar, but I knew when I bought them, there was no return of them. So I looked around and I couldn't find the expiration date. And I was like, well, I don't know about suntan lotion, but I don't think they have expiration dates. I didn't find any, whatever. And I should have looked online exactly where these things are printed, because there were some numbers on it, but nothing seemed like it was going to be out of date. Like when I saw the numbers, I was like, oh, this is probably within date, because I just couldn't read the format. But then I figured out where the actual expiration date was, and all of these were outside of the expiration window. So I had, 300 bottles of expired suntan lotion or sunscreen. And I just had nowhere to put it, because I don't even know if you could donate it at the time, but it was years ago. Okay, so if you don't know this about me, I do live near a military base, so I always hear jets flying over. So if you ever notice like a time where I pause, or maybe I skip, or maybe a little bit's edited out, it's probably because good old F-16 or F-15 or one of those is flying overhead. I actually love where I live, military area. Once you get used to the jet noise, you're good. Everybody around here loves jet noise. But, it will infringe upon a video. So if you ever hear some background noise, that's all it is. But I want to keep it real. It's happening. And sometimes we have to edit it a little bit to get it out. Like right now. Okay, so at this point, we've done 36 pages. OAXRAY is right over here. You can see right here, it's ran over 874, unique items. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the top and just see what we have going on. This looks like a Magic 8 Ball thing. 3-pack of Magic 8 Balls. That's a weird bundling tactic. Let's see. Same day delivery, edit zip code. That's weird. that the right one? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so 00172. Now this is a bundle. I actually like this 8-ball. Like when I was a kid, this thing was just coming out. But the weird thing is the way they bundled this. So we have the classic Magic 8-ball classic fortune telling novelty toy. I think we all grew up with this. I think I remember it from the like 90s. $8.99. Looks like buy two get one free. So we're gonna pay. The good news is this is a 3-pack, so buy two get one's free, meaning we need to buy 3 anyway. So let's see how much we pay. Pull up the handy dandy calculator. It's going to be $18.99 or $8.99 times 2. Then we're going to take off times 0.9 to get the 10% off we're getting. So it's going to be $16.18 per bundle. Bundle of 3, $45 Amazon Prime delivery. Does have a buy box. That's great. The cool thing is this is a bundled item, so it's chances are Amazon will not sell this. Not sure who bundled it, but somebody did. Seems to be working okay. 90,000, 95,000 in toys. Yeah. Okay, so everything else looks good. This is a real listing. There are reviews. So let's go over to the FBA revenue calculator. Pardon me for the interruption of today's video, but we have a special offer at OAXRAY. It's $100 for 100 days of use of OAXRAY. So you can follow along with us on OAXRAY.com/100 days. You get a $100 for 100 days. It's normally $100 for 30 days, but we want you to follow along with the 100-day journey and make some money using OAXRAY. That's OAXRAY.com/100 DAYS. Thank you. Okay, so here we are on the Fulfillment by Amazon revenue calculator. We plugged in the Magic 8-ball toy by plugging in the ASIN. What's the sell price? $45. Ship to Amazon is going to cost maybe $1. I don't think it. 2 pounds, 10 by 10 by 10, probably 50. Let's just use it 10 by, because we're going to need to bag it. So I'll just do $1. And cost of the product, what did I say? $16.21. I believe that's correct. Did I say $16.21? Oh, $16.18. Let's do it. Can we get 100% ROI on this? I actually don't think so. I think it's going to be close, but 88. What's my guess? Not quite. That looks, I'm going to stick with my 88% return on investment on that one. No, I'm going to say 91% ROI. I'm going to plug this in and see what we get. Divided by 16, 18. 89, 80, oh, 90% because I rounded up. You see that 6 and rounding it up. So, what do we do? Well, Target.com has this Magic 8-ball. You take this Magic 8-ball, you bundle it, you put 3 together. You're going to put it in a big poly bag. 1, 2, 3, all in a poly bag. Then you're going to ship it off to Amazon. And everyone's happy because here's the thing. Here's the Magic 8-ball. It's normally $22.99. If they buy it from this listing over here, they get 3 for only $45. So they're actually saving a bit of money. So let's say they bought $22.99 times 3. They would have paid almost $70, but they're actually saving money here. The good news is you're saving money here too because the Amazon fees are cheaper if you have one item versus if you're sending in a bunch of items. So by bundling it, it lowers the price for the consumer and it also increases your profit. So that's always good. Do we have anything else for this? We can actually check out Keepa, but I don't think Amazon is in stock. So I don't think this really matters too much. This is one of those items this is one of those, as long as Keepa is looking okay, it's probably going to be a long-term play. Okay, so it says $34.05, but you have to remember this is before shipping. So even though it says $34.50, the real price is more like $45 up here somewhere or up here. So even when the price goes up, most likely the price stayed up here. Now, when this price dropped to $19.99, I don't know what happened. Meaning, I don't know how much shipping they were adding in. Was this an FBA seller with, $10 in shipping, or did they have a considerable amount of shipping on? But this is kind of up and down. You can see it over the time. It's gone up, down, and without knowing how much the shipping is, it's hard to know. But just over time, it's if you look at this line right here, Maybe your average is a little bit, $1 or $2 lower than it is. Maybe it's definitely not 30 is the average. It's hard for me to tell. But anyways, it looks like in last year at least, or in last year or two that we have, what is this, 2 years right here? It's been fairly stable except for this major drop right here. And there's been like 1 or 2 days, like this is 2-day drop. This is a week drop. This is 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 or 6 days, but it's been pretty stable. You can see it always retraces kind of these rates, right? Then it'll drop a little bit for a week or a month, and then it will retrace back up. So for me, I mean, if we look at the last year or two, it looks pretty good. There are some moments. There is a month right here where I'd be concerned for this month. I'd be concerned for most of April. Between March, what is this? Between March 28th and April 13th, I'd be concerned because the price went down. Oh no. Between August 20th and September 27th, the price went down again. But we can see it generally retraces its steps and goes back up. So I'm not too worried about this item. So let's just go over it quickly. Magic 8 Ball, $45, what we're selling it for. Cost of the product, $16.18. Our net profit is $14.51 for a total return on investment of 90%. So this is what we're looking for with OAXRAY, right? So we have all these opportunities to find items. And if you spend just a few minutes every day, you run OAXRAY on multiple pages, you should be able to have results. Now, you might say, well, Ted, you're an expert. Look at how fast you went through those pages. But I was also talking and I was doing other things with you guys. And so it slowed me down a little bit. So I'm actually faster generally doing it. But you have to put some time in. Guess what? I've been doing online arbitrage. Online, let's see, depending on what you consider it, because I bought and sold items there for at least, I'd say heavy, 10 years. But, you know, before that, I would do some. But I'd say really it got more heavy about 8 to 10 years ago, let's say. So the navigating, moving screen to screen, doing all that stuff that's cake for me. So just remember, it's like if we were in any other field and you were looking at someone who had been in Taekwondo for 10 years and you're like, man, that person is really good at Taekwondo. They're doing flips, they're doing kicks, they're doing kip ups, they're doing roundhouse kicks, boom, boom, boom. You're like, how the heck can I get there? But you would honestly, you'd look at that person and say, you know what, for the next 5-10 years, I got to buckle down and do that every day. You wouldn't just say day one, hey, why aren't I finding enough? Why aren't I as good a fighter as that 10-year dude over there? So that's what I kind of try to say during my videos is, you know, if you're watching me or you're watching just about any other YouTuber who, you know, might have, who might be doing online arbitrage, generally they have a few years experience. So if you're walking in here day one, that's why I tell everyone to start with video one. If you're walking in here from day one, you're not even going to know how to use the Amazon FBA calculator. So this is going to be an advanced process for you. So I just want to give a little bit of encouragement to everyone. I've been at this. 14 years I've been selling on Amazon at least. I don't really remember the initial date. I won't go into detail, but I don't remember the initial date like it opened. But it was at least 2008. It could have been early as 2006. And I was able to quit my job after doing it for probably as close to full time as I could while I had a job for 2 years. I quit my job in July 4th, Independence Day, 2010. And I quit symbolically on that day because I was like, man, Independence Day is coming up. If I can make this happen, if I can start my business and never go back to work, this will be Independence Day. So that's pretty cool. But I mean, I'm just saying that everybody has a different varying level of skill. You all have a different varying level of the risk aversion. We all, you know, just everybody's different. We all live in different areas. You might not even have a target in your area, or you might have a bunch. I just want everybody to stick it out. If you should be able to find an item a day, 2 or 3 items a day. And while you might say, well, this one item, it's not life-changing. Well, I mean, if you bought 20 packs and you stuck it out and you actually sold these, I mean, it could be a few $100. And then if you found another item you could sell 20 of tomorrow, you know, that's 600. And then after that, every day you're building your income. You need to build up inventory. So this might be selling And then, you might learn, okay, I can sell 20 of these a month, 20 a month, every month. And then we see the stable price on here. So if you're selling 20 a month, you can sell 20 month after month here, this whole month. All of January sold 20, made $300. All of February, maybe you sell another 20, made another $300. All of March, you sell another 20, made $300. Price tanks in March, so you don't make any money. Price comes back up in April, you make another 300. Price falls a little bit, now you're not making 300, now you're making like 150. But you see how you can go through months and months of time, and I'm just kind of, giving hypotheticals of how this could work, but this is how all these sellers are selling this, right? They're dealing with the price fluctuations. They're buying more stock. They're keeping things in stock. When the price goes up on Target or wherever they're buying it from, maybe they don't buy any for a few months. When the price tanks down, maybe they're a little worried. They don't buy any extra inventory, but then the price raises back up, so they're able to replenish their inventory. There's a week right here where you're not making any sales, but up here you're making sales again. Boom, boom, boom. Because when the price goes down, you don't want to sell it for $19.99 because you're losing money or you're barely breaking even. You want to only sell in those times where the prices are high, and you just let it sit there. Well, it's not. You just hold, because we see what the prices do every year. And with this one, we have way more information than really you rarely ever have. But I think that's it. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day and make some money using OAXRAY.